As a precinct officer, the first thing you need to know is how to contact your district chair. This is your go-to person, unless they have assigned another district officer to be over your particular precinct. Keep their contact information handy and don't hesitate to contact them if you have any questions or concerns. By now, you should have received your precinct packet. If you have not received it, please contact your district chair. Contact your other precinct officers and divide the duties. You can do this however it works for your precinct. I personally like to have the secretary prepare everything needed for check-in and voting. You can have the secretary or vice chair bring writing materials, clipboards, painter's tape, etc. Make sure you have appointed a Keep My Voice volunteer to present in the caucus and to properly collect signatures for the Freedom of Association ballot initiative that supports our caucus convention system. I like to have the vice chair take care of lining up someone to do the prayer and the pledge. You could also have the vice chair line up one or more people to read the platform, or you could find a good recording of the platform that you could play in your caucus. You will need to line up some volunteers. You could have each of the officers find a couple of the volunteers. In your packet, you will have a caucus host guide. Read through the caucus host guide prior to the caucus night. If you read through the host guide and familiarize yourself with the rules and the format, it will be a lot easier to get through your meeting with confidence. You can highlight or underline things that are really important to make it easier for you to follow during the meeting. Now it's caucus night. Get there early enough to set up, have enough people there to help you check people in, set up a table or a few desks to use when you're checking people in. Ask for their name and their ID. Check their ID. Search down the pre-populated caucus attendee list to see if their name is on there. If their name is on there, ask them to check their information, fix any errors, and initial. Then give them their credential. You may also want to hand them their ballots at the same time you hand them their credential, or you can hand the ballots out later. You can have the ballots in an envelope, or you can just hand them out with a paper clip, whatever works for you and your precinct. Just make sure that you protect the integrity of the ballot. If they get there and their name is not on your registered Republican list, make sure they live in your precinct boundary. If they do, have them fill out a voter registration sheet. Clipboards are really handy for this. Verify that the form is completely filled out and signed, and make sure that they check the little Republican box. Keep that form and also have them sign in on the blank caucus attendee sheet. At that time, give them their credential and the ballots if you're handing out the ballots at check-in. Remember, if you have a 17-year-old who will be 18 by the general election, they may participate fully. They may also be elected as a delegate or a precinct officer. But you will have to register them and have them fill out the blank caucus attendee sheet. You may also have some people who have pre-registered for the caucus on VoterClick. If they bring in a sheet that they have printed out following their pre-registration, then check their ID and keep the sheet. Use it when counting how many people have been credentialed. The secretary should keep an accurate count of everyone who is checked in. If your precinct didn't hand out your ballots during registration, then make sure you check your attendees' credentials before handing them their ballots.